Not gonna lie, I did not prioritize my caffeine intake this morning, so I'm coffeeless and potentially unable to form a thought. But let's get this podcast started. Welcome back to Not Gonna Lie, a Wave original brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. I'm your host, Kylie Kelsey, self-described most unprofessional professional. You don't even know how true that is. I'm responsible for 4 tiny humans. What? And I'm an enjoyer of sourdough. If you know, you do. Coming up on today's episode, there's a baby pygmy hippo at a zoo in Kansas that needs all our attention in Doom Scroll of the Week. I'm also going to get honest about a very important motherhood topic. Everything showers. After that, I'm going to be joined by the hilarious Emmy-nominated star of Hacks. Her level of Eagles fandom might actually rival my own. It's Hannah Einbinder. Should editor Brad put a Go Birds counter on the screen for this conversation? Maybe. We're not trying to disappoint. We bleed green. Okay. But first, a couple quick announcements. First, some of you may have seen the video of me reuniting with my friend Billy at our Eagles Autism Foundation yard sale. That's right, the Eagles held open practice at the Link. Tickets are $10 a piece. They are first come, first serve seating. It is a great time and also sensory friendly. We activate even more sensory spaces, and every single dollar, both at yard sale and ticket sales, goes directly back into the Eagles Autism Foundation. We love that. We love that so much. Billy wanted me to sign his headphones, but then he decided he didn't want me to sign his headphones. It's a whole dance we're doing. We're friends, so we're cool like that. And I can confirm he did get lemonade. We've also got even more EAF events going on, including our annual Eagles Radiothon right now, where you can bid on exclusive memorabilia and VIP experiences with players. You can go to eaglesradiothon.com to see what items you can bid on. It's now through August 28th. One of the experiences you can bid on is a round of golf with Jason, my husband, and Saquon Barkley. That's cool. Jason doesn't even know that I'm getting really good at golf. So maybe next year I'll bid on a golf experience with him, and then I'll show up and be like, surprise, I'm here to kick your ass in golf. I might do it. Who knows? Stay tuned. Next show update. Some eagle-eyed real ones noticed something, let's call it unique, about last week's episode. Queen Emma isn't slick with letting the runtime on this week's episode creep up to 48 minutes. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, maybe 48 is some kind of Easter egg, it's not. We're not that slick around here. Queen Emma's not that slick. Queen Emma is just being absolutely unhinged. Queen Emma, do you care to explain yourself?
Hey, girl. Love when we meet like this. I would like to explain myself. Mm-hmm. So you and I were having a totally casual conversation about episode runtime, as we do. Yeah. Not sure who brought that topic up.
Crazy.
Yeah, it just comes up sometimes. And I said something to the effect of, hey, I think including the ads in the 45 is fucking criminal.
Yeah, you did say that.
And I think you agreed.
I think you caught me at a weak... I think you caught me at a weak moment. I gave you the 48, okay? The fuck out.
All right, I'll let you get back to your show.
We're doing 48 now. I'm not pleased about it, but we're doing 48 because Queen Emma, she's persistent. Chat, let's move on to Can I Be Honest? Oh my God. And in case you were wondering, we have been trying to include chat in our regular everyday vernacular. And chat, it's working. Oh God, it was bad. Every time I say it, I feel like my body rejects it. We're working on it. Can I be honest? Last week, I gave the real ones my list of small joys I miss most as a mom, and you all chimed in with some of your own that definitely passed the vibe check. A couple of my favorites, we're going to try to say some names. Alyss Rogers 5, having to share my snacks. Nailed it. I actually have adapted to putting more of whatever I'm eating in my bowl so that when I am asked for some, I can share and I still get closer to the amount I want. You still end up with less. Morgan Rako Gang said, I miss a bed rot day or Netflix binge so bad. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. I would love to put on an adult show to binge and not be yelled at. It's a shame. If I could binge a show right now, ooh, or it's fall's coming. Is Gilmore Girls back in? Guys, I binge shows based on the season. Well, one of my small joys that appeared to hit home with the real ones was my desire to take an everything shower whenever I want. So today I'm going to get honest about mom showers versus everything showers. An everything shower, I think it's pretty explanatory. It's when you actually get to shave your legs, exfoliate, maybe even moisturize after the shower. What? Well, dream big. That's different from a mom shower because a mom shower is honestly pits and crotch, bare minimum. Pits, crotch, butt, bare minimum. For anyone who isn't a parent, there are certain things that you have to do sometimes to be able to shower. Now, there have been times where it has been me home with, specifically Wyatt and I were home a lot, just the two of us. And honestly, bringing her into the bathroom with the entire swing, okay? And the only swing that could get her to calm down at all when she was in it and not touching another human was this giant one. It was, wide as hell. And I would have to collapse it halfway to get it through the doorway of the bathroom. And then I would have to step over it to get into the shower. I once brought the pack and play in the bathroom at the shore. And even if someone else is home in the house, at least one of them ends up in the bathroom if I'm showering. So, and they'll stand outside and just yell to me the whole shower. Like we couldn't just have this conversation when I get out. And the minute I get out, guess what? No more interest. I don't want to talk to you anymore. So it was either out of volume yelling over the water or not at all. And now this conversation's over. Let me know if that happens to you. Because we're having fun. That's it for Can I Be Honest? Chat. Next up, Doom Scroll. First up on Doom Scroll, I know we've sort of become an unofficial turtle podcast, but this week we might be a hippo podcast because there's a baby hippo named Mars, proving that mom face is universal. Queen Emma, the clip, please. Oh, it's a little hippo. It says us telling Mars it's time to get out of the pool versus his mom telling him it's time to get out. There's a keeper just shoving his tiny little hiney along. Oh, he's like, mom's giving him the look. And mom gave him the look. She came over to the edge of the pool. She said, you get your ass out of there. And guess what? Mars got his ass out of there. So, safe to say, Posey hit him with the mom face. That's his mom. His mom, Posey, hit him with the mom face. And I would say 11 out of 10, Posey. You nailed that so hard. I do like that she went to the extra effort of walking to the edge of their pool. Like, hey, you see how far I had to walk over here to collect your ass? That means you better have some pep in yo step. And then he scurried. He legitimately scurried. He was like, oh, here we go. I love that so much. I love that this crosses species, that it's not just a human thing, that it is a universal mom thing. If I had to pick another animal that displayed mom face, do you see how serious I'm taking this question? Did you know that was going to happen? Oh, I have to say it. I think a cheetah, because their face markings are already giving. And so to be able for them to just lock in and sort of like cut the shit face, I feel like they would nail it. I feel like they would. Okay, next up, there's a TikTok trend of parents dropping their kids off at their grandparents' doorsteps and pretending to run away. And I can relate, especially right now. I might do this with Finn today. I might. Nobody tell my mom. Queen Emma, roll the clip. Yep, so she knocked, she ding-dong ditched with the child and the diaper bag.
Michelle, look.
All of the grandparents that I've seen this trend done on are so excited to see the kid. They're not even pissed at their child. All of them have been like, oh my gosh, you're here. Let me make you a snack. And honestly, how do I get dropped off at my parents' house and have my mom do that? I'm just kidding. If I show up to my mom's house unannounced, she will offer me a snack because Lolise is the queen. I know for a fact that if I left any of our 4 children or all 4 children on the front step of my parents' house, that they would just usher them inside and not think twice about it. But what I will say is I couldn't drop off all 4 kids because, well, let's be real, because Wyatt would rat my ass out. She'd be like, hey, so mom's she's around the corner on the side porch. She would do it in a heartbeat. She wouldn't think it was like funny or anything. She'd be like, you got to get your girl, Nana. Last on Doom Scroll, there's a trending TikTok sound from the other podcast that I can confidently say is one of the most badass things ever said on there. And now it's being used by so many women across the sports world, including ESPN analyst Mina Kimes. Queen Emma, hit it.
And I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
It's so good. Let me tell you. The clip for our audio listeners is Mina essentially on every ESPN show. And I love this because I'm going to tell you right now, Mina would not be on every fucking show if she wasn't absolutely nailing it. Okay? So, yeah. Fact is, Mina, I want to see you on our screens, but I do love this. I love this audio so much. I love it. I love all the women in sports that I have seen using this trend. Alona Mar, Livy Dunn, Nebraska volleyball team. There have been so many women who have taken this audio and just absolutely nailed it. So, men, get used to it. Suckers. Coming up, Hannah Einbinder and I are going to shout, "Go Birds!" at each other for probably 60 minutes. So buckle up. But first, this minivan mini update brought to you by Toyota. The real ones heard me say it last week. I've officially been won over by my Toyota Sienna. It happened, and I'm shockingly okay with it. Even though I've been wavering, I have to admit, once field hockey season rolled around, I realized I'm probably in this for the long haul. I love that when I'm carrying all my equipment back to the car, I can kick my foot underneath and the trunk just opens up so I can unload everything right away. I don't have to put it down and find my keys and do the whole dance. You know what I mean? The other thing that's honestly very underrated, the cooling seat, because your girl's sweaty. Not only is the Toyota Sienna insanely convenient for a high school field hockey coach, I apparently earned some cool points too. Or are they called Aura points? Chat, help a millennial mom out. My players thought that it was so cool. They were like, oh my gosh, that green really brings out your eyes. That is an incredible car that clearly can hold all of our equipment and your kids at the same time. They were like, have you ever looked cooler in your whip? Do kids even say whip anymore? I'm kidding. They didn't say any of this. Darn it. If you want to give the minivan life a try and join me in my Toyota Sienna, I highly recommend taking it for a test drive at your local Toyota dealership and heading to toyota.com/Sienna to learn more.
I'm starstruck.
Stop.
I am. I'm not one of these people who like cares about like the royal family. Like I really don't. Like I'm not like invested in the British Empire in any way.
Yes.
You are my Princess Diana, okay? And I'm not just saying that because I'm in the jacket. You are that girl. I am actually starstruck. It's crazy. Like, I can't believe I'm meeting you. Seriously, you are so cool, Kylie.
Oh,
You
no, has said no one
so
ever.
Awesome. No,
Hannah,
I think you are awesome.
You can't bring the heat like that.
I'm sorry. I'm forward.
Let me try to read sentences and then I will bow. Okay. She is the 4-time Emmy nominated and 3-time Golden Globe nominated actress from HBO's hit comedy series Hacks. She's also a stand-up comedian. You know her from her special, Everything Must Go. And perhaps most importantly, she's a diehard, lifelong Eagles fan who I've been excited to talk to for a very long time. And of course, have no business. Hannah Einbinder, welcome to Not Gonna Lie, and go fucking birds.
Go birds, baby. Let's go.
Now, first of all, have you ever done an interview where you didn't say go birds?
No. I think
Great.
go birds is obviously a tool that we know can mean a million different things. You know, congratulations. Exactly. You just had a baby, go birds. You know, hello, yes. Goodbye. Yes. I'm sorry for your loss in some cases. You know what I mean? Like it can do anything you need it to do. So I'll throw it in whenever I can.
I love that so much. Now, before we get into anything else, I do need to start with my own Not Gonna Lie. My first introduction to you was it wasn't from Hacks. It was from another masterpiece of yours that made its rounds on the internet. I believe we have the clip right here. Queen Emma, can you roll it, please?
Philadelphia teams have had to deal with loss, with disappointment, with anguish, with pain for so many years. And I thank the good Lord for blessing us and blessing the Eagles and for winning this game.
All our family is back in Philly. Uncle Eddie, how do you like us now?
We did it.
See this jersey?
That's us.
Why my name's on the back? Because I'll never be traded.
Never.
Eagles! G-L-E-S, Eagles!
That genuinely makes me tear up. Okay. First of all, who is that sweet gentleman standing next to you?
That's my dad.
Of course it is.
That is my dad.
It is.
You know that Silver Linings Playbook is a documentary. You know that being an Eagles fan is genetic. It is in the blood.
Yes.
My dad, that was a 2018 Super Bowl. My dad, he grew up in Philly and his dad was from South Philly and his mom was from South Philly, and they had these seats at the vet. And throughout my dad's childhood, the birds were losing. They were losing bad. And they were there every game in the snow, no matter what. And it was painful. And I grew up understanding that legacy, and I grew up understanding that pain. And so I knew what this meant to him, to us, to our family, to his father, who, and I will say this was not on the clip, but he did sort of go into the alleyway after that little spot on the news. And I watched him point to the sky with tears and say, "This one's for you, Dad." So just so everybody knows what's like, this is that we were hammered, obviously. Just like, no, it was so meaningful.
The sad part is that I don't know that it was obvious that you guys were hammered, because I do feel like that is the standard of Philadelphians.
That's right.
I want to clarify that.
That's right.
I think that is the baseline at which we all function.
That's a fact.
To be clear. So
that's a fact.
But I do think there is something to be said about, like you said, you're born into this, right?
Yes.
Like not only do you not have a choice, but you better get in there with a passion that no one has seen before. Right. And there are few prouder moments with your family members than the way you relate to each other in how you cheer on the Eagles.
It's also like, that organization really cares about the fans. Like my beloved Aunt Cindy passed, and my Uncle Eddie inherited the tickets that my grandfather had first at the vet and then at the Link, which, by the way, when they tore down the vet, my dad went to Philly and he got the physical seats when they were letting people go get the seats. And like, that was so cool. We had the seats in the garage. And you know, when my Aunt Cindy passed, like, because Eddie was just always at every game, like, they sent a beautiful message. Like, they know their fans and they care about us. It's probably like the top, like, when I think about my identity, I think the order is like Eagles fan, queer, Jewish, left-handed, redhead. Like, I think it's at the I think it's above all of those other things. Like,
It's honestly, but I've tried to explain to people that it's not only what you're born into, how you were raised, right?
yeah.
Our daughters have known the Eagles fight song since they could speak. Like
That's
it was in our nursery rhyme rotation.
That's right.
But also, like, it is something that brings together a community of people. So, like, obviously people on the outside looking into Philadelphia often have a lot of scrutiny for the way that we conduct ourselves. Our attitudes, I think, are part of the problem.
Underneath all of that is a lot of love. And I mean, it is like this cultural thing that maybe is hard to explain to people from the outside, but, you know, we don't care.
We really don't.
We really don't. We really don't.
Now, speaking of the Philly attitude, I have one more Eagles related clip that I need to play you because it proves there's zero doubt that you bleed green. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
Oh my God.
You're at a sporting event and the person next to you becomes raucous, taunting young fans. How do you handle this? Well, see, I'm the wrong person to ask. Huge sports fan, really into the Philadelphia Eagles specifically. The person in this scenario, that's me, taunting young fans. I will taunt a child.
What more can you say? I mean,
That's a perfect summary. A while ago, there was a clip of a little boy just dropping the double bird and to a visiting fan. And
oh my God.
It's one of those moments, especially because I have 4 children of my own, where I'm like, I tell my kids, like, curse words are grown-up words. You're not really supposed to use them. If my child looked at an opposing team's fan and flipped them a double bird, I would cry tears of joy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell them to do it and I'm not going to encourage it. But
That's
if
right.
their soul spoke to them, if all of the former Eagles fans who have passed on, God rest their souls, came down and imparted the wisdom onto her that she needed to double bird an opposing fan, it would be one of the most beautiful moments of my parenthood that I can even imagine.
Because again, it is the presentation of aggressive with the subtext of love.
Yes. I will say that because we have fans, I've said it so many times, that fans end up having truth serum to my husband. So they'll come up to him and they'll be like, I'm a Giants fan. And I say the same 2 things every single time. Number 1, everyone has their flaws. And number 2, we can see eye to eye that Dallas sucks.
That's right.
Like now, if I meet a Cowboys fan, I have been known to step a few steps away and take a picture like this. Because the one person was wearing a Cowboys jersey and I was like, I can't stand next to you. You think I'm going to co-sign that fucking dumbass decision? No, it's not me.
Dying.
It's not me.
Let me tell you something. When you made the decision to obviously support your family and wear the color red, but not wear an opposing team's jersey, I said, well, there's my representation in media.
Yeah.
There is the person on screen who I can see myself in. That is the first time I have felt seen in all of film television history.
Okay. Because this, okay, then I can ask you the question and maybe it'll help people who are still having some type of conflict with that decision. If you ever put on another team's, even an emblem Okay. What would your father say?
He would disown me. Okay.
Thank you.
It's not it's not, it can't happen. It can't happen. Now, look, I was born in Los Angeles. My dad is from Philly. You know, I have absorbed his tradition. I am fully in. I don't wear LA
Dodgers.
paraphernalia.
Yep.
Even though I love Los Angeles. I'm super proud of LA, of the culture here. Like, my love for Los Angeles is a separate thing. So you're not going to, on one day, you're not going to wear a Chiefs jersey.
You get it.
It's not possible.
Here's the thing. Your love of LA is separate from your sports fandom.
That's right.
My love of my brother-in-law, separate from my sports fandom.
Exactly.
So now, do they intersect a little bit? Yes.
Sure.
That's what makes this a little inconvenient.
It's tough. It's tough.
But I have made it abundantly clear to Travis, and I will say it until I'm blue in the face. I love him and I want him to be successful.
Of course.
But go Birds.
No, but go Birds.
So as an actor, I got to ask.
Yeah.
Can you do the Philly accent?
I can, yeah.
Okay. And who does it best and why is it Tina Fey?
She's really good at it. She's really good at it.
Do you think that you could rival her in the Philly accent?
That's tough. I would never want to go toe to toe with the ledge, but you know, I mean, it's funny. My best friend, Emma, who's also from Philly, but she lives in LA. She, says that when I start to drink, I start to get more of a Philly. Like, guys, I'm fully from Los Angeles. I don't know what it is, but it's like my dad, like, I'm just like, he still has an accent. So I think it is in me in a way that is like very real.
Okay. If you were going to pick, like, if you could hit us with like I'm going to go get a hoagie, go Birds.
Okay. I'm going to go get a hoagie, go Birds.
No notes.
You know what I mean?
No notes. You're from here.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
have me fooled.
Let's go. We're going down there. We're going to go hang out with her and him. Which one? And go over there. No problem.
Perfect.
100%.
If you do not find an opportunity to play someone from Philadelphia.
Doll, I'm looking.
Thank you so much.
I got you.
Because I'm sure you understand this. And I made the example of Mayor of Easttown.
Yes.
For some reason, Philadelphia has this pride, not only with their sports teams, but if there is anything related to us. Silver Linings Playbook, perfect example. Beautiful documentary. I genuinely, watching it over and over again, you're like, oh, that's this diner. Oh, they're on that street.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that? Oh, you heard the accent. Oh, I love that he was so obsessed about where the remote was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
It validates us in a way that I can't even explain. And because of that, I feel like you have to get in there.
We got to get in there. I'm always going, and what if it took place in Philly?
Perfect.
And what if she's from Philly? Like, I am so pro that and working on it, like in an actual way, genuinely.
Okay, great. Guys, the Toyota Sienna is just fantastic. I've shared some of our family's favorite features like the multimedia screen and the captain's chairs, but now the field hockey season is here and I'm coaching two-a-days. I can say firsthand the Sienna's fuel efficiency is no joke. I don't think I've filled it up many times. Honestly, it's so nice to not have to stop and get gas all the time when there's tiny humans in the car. I will tell you, you don't realize how terribly inconvenient stopping at a gas station is until you have tiny humans in the car with you, reminding you how inconvenient it is for them. Because, it's their world. That's right. For all the people out there who like the numbers, the Sienna has a class-leading combined 36 miles per gallon hybrid powertrain and is also available in all-wheel drive. The Toyota Sienna definitely made a fan out of me, as much as I hate to admit it. If you're thinking about giving a minivan a shot, I recommend going for a test drive at your local Toyota dealer. You can also go to toyota.com/Sienna for more information. I'd love to switch gears a little bit and talk to you about your incredibly successful career. First of all, congratulations on your Emmy nomination for Hacks this year. Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy.
Thank you.
Now, I know this is your 4th nomination, but does it get any less exciting every time? Because that is a nomination in itself is
Crazy.
Incredible.
It's crazy. It doesn't feel like it's happening to me, if that makes sense. Like
Sure.
it's very hard for me to identify with that, to be like, that is me and that is real and that is my life. Like I find this level of like, oh, it's such a bizarre and extreme and huge colossal thing that I like have trouble relating to myself, because like we make the show in isolation. It's a totally different experience than being like out and perceived in public and all of these things, that like it just feels so separate. Like the work that it actually takes to make the show every single day, and like the perception just feels like this alien thing to me. So it's so bizarre and like hard for me to even wrap my head around, honestly. But what I think is crazy to me is like the 4 time of it all is Psycho. Like I'm like, that's nuts. Like that is,
it just means that you're
crazy.
continuing to deliver is what it means.
Well, that's the athlete mindset. I'm like,
I love that.
Let's get those knees up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, there's a very memorable scene in this most recent season of Hacks where your character gets so angry she throws a literal Bronzino across the room. Where does this rank in your favorite moments from the show?
It's up there. It's definitely up there. I think some of the dramatic work that I've been able to do on the show has been rewarding, but I will say that that is like probably top 2. And again, like I will like I mean, it all comes back to Philly, but like my dad had this shirt growing up that said, "I'm not angry, I'm from Philly." And like, I was channeling like the rage that we can access, like,
yes.
is like, that's like what that was. Like, I was like, let's fucking go. Like this, I'm gonna like
watch the spiral on this Bronzino.
Yeah, for real. No, literally. I'm like, the camera's here. I'm like trying to fucking get it. No, literally. But it was just like, it was a very cathartic moment. You know, when you yell and you really fucking scream, it's like crying. Like, it's like there's catharsis in it and it's like cleansing almost. Like that was like such a crazy experience. And I thought it was pretty funny too. So I was proud of it.
As fans of the Hacks know, you're a star alongside the legend Gene Smart.
That's right.
I have a clip here of you two that feels like it captures your real life dynamic, but you tell me.
Okay.
Queen Emma.
Your current favorite song.
Ooh, I love the new Haim song, Relationships.
Can you hum it?
Baby, how can I explain that an innocent mistake turned into 17 days fucking relationships?
Woo! I don't know that one, but sure.
It's pretty good.
I was going to say something by Chapel Roan.
First of all, you nailed that so hard.
Oh, that old thing. No worries.
What did you guys bond over the most on set?
You know, we have like I think one of the reasons that the show worked so well is because we had kind of an instant connection, and we instantly kind of went to a place emotionally with each other that was really honest. And, you know, I feel like so much of our love on the show and in real life is bonding over our sense of humor. Like we have the same sense of humor, like we laugh at the same stuff, and we can like kind of laugh and cry together. And we've just like been through so much. And, you know, I think like she likes to spar, like she likes to like do a little bit of like roasting. And like, I too love that. Like she's tough and really sensitive as well. So like we have fun with that. And, you know, I mean, she she maybe with the music of it all, like she's more in the Frank Sinatra zone, which I can rock with. But yeah, we just like had this instant thing, you know, that you have with people you just like who are like lifers. It's just like
When you click, you click.
yeah, it was instant. We didn't have to build anything.
Yes. Now, like I mentioned in your intro, you're also a stand-up comedian. You also put out your debut stand-up special, Everything Must Go, on HBO last year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In the special, you talk about being a cheerleader in high school and how it ruined your body. I believe we have the clip, Queen Emma.
Cheerleading ruined my body, okay? When I bend down, my knees sound like a gambling addict juggling dice. Oh, does that hurt to hear? I'm 28!
Yeah.
Now, first of all, we have had a segment on here that I like to call TMI. Some people say that TMI means too much information, but some people like me like to say that it means tell me immediately. So I'm going to need you to tell me immediately about that knee injury.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just like
Is it just repeated?
It's just
trauma?
Like landing on my knees from like, you know, 10 feet in the air, 20 feet in the air, like getting dropped. Like, you know, I was a flyer and I cheered in high school. And before that, I was a competitive cheerleader. And it's intense. It's like a crazy sport. And I got a ton of injuries. I mean, like, I'm just like creaky. Like, I'm just like really, my knees, like if I walk a certain amount, I'm having to like reset my kneecap. Like I'm having to like lock it back in place. Like I should be wearing probably like a brace of some kind. It's bad. I'm like, I gotta figure that out. But yeah, I'm just like I just got aches and pains. You know how it is.
Now, when people say that cheerleading is not a sport.
Yeah.
Do you ever like dive deeper into that? Do you ever like really press them on it and be like, okay, give me the reasons? Because I don't know that they would be able to provide them.
No, I think people have a misconception about cheerleading. First of all, because it is seen as an accessory to another sport, like culturally. And I think it's so rooted in misogyny, obviously, the way that like a sport that is so clearly feminine in many ways, which by the way, like I'm sorry, like I just have never met a more raw hardcore bitch than a fucking cheerleader. Like we are insane. Like the limits that cheerleaders push their bodies to. We have this saying that like athletes lift weights, cheerleaders lift athletes. Like we are crazy. And it's like, it is so many like different sports packed into one. It's dance, it's acrobatics, it's bodybuilding, it's weightlifting. You know, it is like literally like Cirque du Soleil style crazy shit. And you know, I think when people say that cheerleading is not a sport, it just signals an ignorance. It signals a lack of information and kind of an incorrect perception of the sport itself. Like they see you just like they're standing there on the sidelines. That's not what it is. Competitive cheer has nothing to do with football, basketball. It doesn't have anything to do with any other sport dominated by men. It is all about the routine, 2 minutes and 47 seconds of high intensity, raw power. And it's amazing, and we make it look easy because of the level of athleticism that is occurring. So I think people just, when they say it's not a sport, I'm like, oh, you're just like ignorant. You just don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's interesting. I'm not going to give exact numbers, but a while ago I read a report on most concussions reported within sports. And cheerleading was very high up.
Yeah.
And if there is that much risk of injury, all these guys want like this brute force, like, oh, let's tackle each other. Let's do other, like really like physically bash each other together.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't acknowledge the physical threat that occurs when participating in cheerleading and acknowledge that you're pretty much getting the risk that you enjoy, but with a finesse.
It's also like, you know, you're throwing someone 20 feet into the air and they could land on you. Like y'all could knock heads together. Like the threat of danger, by the way, in a pyramid, in something where people are like depending on each other, if something falls, you're getting the weight of 10 people on you. Like it is similar to football in that way. Like
even just in like you'll have to help me on my terms, but a base and a flyer, even a single person base, you're still talking about, even if the base does everything they're supposed to do perfectly, if the flyer twists themselves slightly too far, they then have to accommodate and adjust immediately. I just think not enough credit is being given to the fact that people are legitimately flying through the air.
I just wish that people understood that intensity. It's like crazy.
I do have to admit, I was not a cheerleader for multiple reasons. I'm not a makeup girly. I am tall as fuck. I don't think that's very conducive unless you're just like a supporting cast.
You would be a back spot probably.
Yeah. I can't do flips. Again, tall as hell.
Yeah.
Gymnastics, anything in that realm was not really for me. There's a bunch of reasons, right? My mom was a cheerleader. I respect it. Yeah. It's funny now that we have 4 daughters and people will always say, like, what's the one sport you don't want them to participate in? Not once have I said cheerleading, because I'm going to piss off a whole community right now.
Go off. Do it.
It's swimming.
I'll rep you till the day I die. Swimming?
Let me tell you why.
I'm shaking.
I have a reason. I don't want to have to sit in a hot pool as the spectator and smell like chlorine when I leave, when I never fucking touch the pool.
Oh my God.
Okay? That's it. That's literally it. That's the whole reason. It's not like I enjoy watching swimming. Also, I did the PA in college for 2 swim meets. 2. I'm good. I've seen what I needed to see. Your child swims they're in the physical pool for a maximum of 1 minute and 30 seconds. I am so out. I'm so out.
It's crazy because that would be like, when I think about the same question, I'd be so worried about injuries that I'm like, oh, swimming is like good for the joints, good for the thing.
Sure.
It's like, that is like the only, perhaps like one of the only safe sports.
Yeah.
But
it's a very selfish answer of me. It's a very selfish answer.
But it's honest. And, you know, we sometimes in high school had to cheer for the water polo games. And I know that hot chlorine smell and it's fucking nasty.
I will, now that you've brought up the injury thing, maybe I should change my answer.
Fuck. That's what I swear, like soccer, these girls are kicking shins. Yeah. Fucking, I mean, you played field hockey, right?
Yes, I did.
Are you rocking with some injuries?
Oh, I broke my nose. I had 13 stitches in my forehead from a stick.
No, it's
I had a hip surgery on one on each hip.
Holy shit.
So maybe that's why injuries never cross my.
You're like, oh, you mean like that thing we all do?
Oh, huh. That's weird. Yeah. I thought we were all doing that.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, I thought everybody's knees sound like sand.
Strange. Right? Yeah.
It's all cracking.
That's
all the time.
Interesting. Now, if you were going to pick a sport that you would not want the younger generation or a child to play,
I have to say it's cheerleading. It's dangerous.
Really?
Yes, it's dangerous. It's fucking dangerous and bad for your body.
I'm going to package up you explaining your cheerleading injuries and your, like, the intensity of cheerleading. I'm going to package it up so the next time someone asks me, what sport do you not want your kids to play? I'm going to say cheerleading. Yeah. But Hannah's going to explain why.
Yes,
she gets it.
Roll the clip.
Well, my last question for you, Hannah. I like to ask all my guests the best piece of advice they've ever received, whether it be motherhood advice, comedy advice, sisterhood advice. For you, what's the best piece of acting advice that you've ever received?
Honestly, know your lines. Like, I think from what I gather, from what I hear, and from what I have observed in certain situations, that is something that you would think is obvious, but is like not all the way being done by folks. And I think that before, because I didn't have acting experience, like I was just a stand-up comic. I think that helps so much because it's like a lot to hold in your head if you're like trying to think of the words and also trying to remember the direction and trying to remember the physical choreography, because you have to keep doing the same thing over and over so they can cut it all together and it makes sense and your hand isn't up here or down here. Like there's a lot to hold mentally. So if you don't have the lines, like it's just crazy.
That's such a simple, short, sweet, and to the point. I like it.
It's pretty simple.
Now, let's do it with a Philadelphia twist.
Yes.
What advice would you give a Cowboys fan who shows up to the link 2 weeks from today?
Say your prayers, bitch. You need a blankie? You want me to tuck you in?
Perfect.
Why don't you say a little prayer? Because you're going to need God.
I can't. Perfect. Go birds.
And go birds. And by the way, Kylie, go birds. Parentheses, I love you.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh. I cannot thank you enough for coming on.
Oh my God.
I'm so ready for Eagles season. I am so ready to wish you luck at the Emmys this year.
Thank you.
I'm so happy we got to do this. And of course,
me too.
Go birds.
Go birds.
I love it. And that's a wrap on another episode of Not Gonna Lie. You can find even more clips from my longer conversation with Hannah on my YouTube channel on More Shit Monday. Real ones, please send me more questions for Ask Me Some Things. I'm going to answer a bunch more very soon. Submit them right now on our subreddit page. We have a Reddit page. r/NGL with Kylie, or comment on YouTube, Spotify, or any social media at NGL with Kylie. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Not Gonna Lie is a Wave original brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Thanks to the real ones for tuning in. She wore the jacket.
This is the only thing that will matter to my family that I have done.
Yes, that's so good.
Woo!